Well, hello and welcome back to the Christmas Eve edition of the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Glad to have you with me. Let's see, this is the tarot reading that is very different from all others. It is not your typical reading because we're manifesting. We're looking at it from your perspective. We're looking at it from your point of view in terms of helping to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. And so, to that end, I simply do an audio version. I do not do a video version because video images, it has been proven, not over the last 3 years, but much earlier and many times, that when you have images in front of you on any kind of a screen and you're watching them, like in a movie, you surrender your imagination to what you see on the screen. That does not make for good manifestation. That makes for people who are hypnotized. So, what I'm doing is just taking a shot of the tarot reading. Exactly the cards, the way I'm going to read them. Top row, bottom row, all of that. And this will be the image for the 12, 13, 14 minutes, however long it takes to do the tarot reading. There are advantages here. First of all, it enhances your imagination because you have to listen to the story. It's my job to make sure that I tell the best story I can in regards your manifesting and these tarot cards. Okay? Have to activate your imagination. Second thing is you get a chance to get up and walk. Go get a cup of coffee, tea, cereal, sandwich, whatever the heck it is, and you can still listen. You can do other things and still listen. And in that listening, you strengthen your imagination. You improve your ability to manifest. And the neat thing is, let's say you had 1,000 people listening to this same manifesting tarot forecast. Everybody would draw different pictures in their own heads. That's the point. That's the manifesting. It is all personal, and it begins with you. So we start bottom row, center card bottom row we begin with, center card upper row we end with. Up front, the Oracle card, time for a nap. Now, this does not mean necessarily falling asleep. In fact, we want just the opposite, right? We're trying to manifest. What it does mean, however, is removing the distractions. Life is full of distractions, intentionally, I might add. They want to keep you looking at this and this and this. Oh, look at this is disaster. Oh, you got to buy this. Oh, you got to, and it just keeps you, just keep going. So you don't think, you don't imagine, you don't react. You just simply kind of mudge your way through. That's the point. So the time for a nap is saying remove distractions from your life. Now you say, well, geez, we're in the holiday season now. We're in the thick of it. That's going to be pretty hard to do. Yes and no. You're ready for it. So maybe when you're in the car driving somewhere, maybe where you're walking, maybe when you could be at work, at school, it doesn't make any difference. You find yourself drifting. The key is to remove the distractions because they take you away from your manifesting power. So we go to the left, bottom row, death card. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think, and not so necessarily scary, although we like to make it that way. The death card is really a transformation. It's beginnings, it's endings. It's shedding something. Up until this point, especially in the past 3 years, but maybe your whole life, you've been unable to move. They weren't aware of it because you were brought up in this game of life. The rules for the game are set up by other people, and it's only now that you're beginning to go, ooh, yeah, the whole thing was a lie. Wow. Either you didn't get to where they said you were going to get, or even if you got to where they said you were going to get, you weren't happy anyway. It was unsatisfying at best. So right now you're being offered the opportunity to transform, to transition, to shed this distraction mode. The stuff that is thrown in your face every single day to do nothing more than to keep you away from you. Very important. So, the next card over, Four of Swords. Four of Swords says meditate. One of the best ways to get rid of distractions in your life is to do some meditation. Very easy to do. If I wouldn't advise it when you're driving a car, right? Unless you're the passenger, of course. But if you're the driver, no, you got to focus. You got to be conscious. But maybe you're going for a walk. Maybe you're just sitting in a comfortable chair at home. Whatever it is, whatever it takes, your job is to remove the distractions, to change your mindset, to transform, to transit to a bigger and better you. It's right there. But you can't do it until you get rid of the distractions, which are purposely put in front of you to keep you helpless, to keep you in prison, to keep you captive. That's all. Nothing else. We go over to the next card, Six of Wands. Love this card a lot. Yes, it is victory. Success is within your reach. It is a personal triumph. So maybe you are now starting to feel that you've been taken advantage of. All these distractions, you're beginning to get the game. You're beginning to understand that all they're doing is just taking you off of your life with all this crap they're throwing in front of you. That's all they're doing. That's all it's intended to do. It's like the cat chasing the laser. It doesn't mean a damn thing, but boy, that cat cannot stop itself from chasing that laser. That's what we do. That's what we're programmed to do. Six of Wands says you can change all of that. It's a personal victory. It's a personal triumph. It says success, enthusiasm, positivity is just around the corner. All you have to do is put down the distractions. Easier said than done, I understand it, but you can do it. And again, emphasizing the Wands energy here, we have the final card, the bottom row, King of Wands. It's innovation. It's positivity. It's a risk taker, because trying to get yourself out of the system that is trapping you is kind of tricky, kind of difficult. But you can do it. You have been misused and abused. All of us have. That's the way the system works. And they keep throwing up distractions to make you think it's important, and doesn't matter a damn tinker's damn. Doesn't matter. And you're beginning, the last 3 years are really beginning to let you know exactly what that's like. Why that's true. You got to drop them. Get rid of the distractions. Get into a meditative state. Top row. Far left, Knight of Wands. Here we go. Isn't it kind of interesting that we got 3 Wands cards right in a row? Positivity, 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 enthusiasm, enthusiasm, enthusiasm. And since Knights give gifts, that's what the Knight of Wands is giving: confidence, courage, passion. Okay? You've had enough of this standard routine that we call life, where they just distract you and keep distracting you and keep distracting you. You're aware of the game. You want positivity. You want to be plugged into your own life. You don't want somebody else to plug you into some sort of a matrix situation. That's the gift that the Knight of Wands brings you. Next card over, Four of Cups. Four of Cups can be you're self-absorbed, but more likely it's you're losing interest, you're not motivated, you're bored. Even with this cup being offered to this guy, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's emotionally shut down. And I think a lot of people, as I've been noticing over the past year or so, during this last 3-year fiasco, they've emotionally shut down. Holidays are not as joyous. I live in a small town. I remember what a big deal high school football used to be. Woo! Homecoming, all that stuff. Man, it was great. This year, quiet. Last year, quiet. That's Four Cups energy. You are being taken away from your own life. You're not involved with it anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. You're aware of that. The Knight of Wands card says, I want my enthusiasm back. I want my joy back. I want to be plugged into my own life. Don't do this to me anymore. Next card over, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles says this is a great time to review what is important to you. Okay? You see this guy looking over a pentacle? He's not just admiring it. What he's doing is he's looking at what he values. And it's not simply money. It's not simply things. What about your health? What about your happiness? What about love? Money will not buy you any of those. And remember, when you go to a store and you say, well, I paid X number of dollars for this. No. What you did was you gave up a certain part of your life. You gave up hours, maybe days, months, for something that won't matter at all. Because for all of us, from the time we're born, time is running out, and the older you get, the more you're aware of that. Time, individual freedom, peace mean much more than the dollar. Dollar has its value. Dollar has its place. Eight of Pentacles knows what that place is, and that's what he's reviewing. And finally, upper right, Two of Swords. Decision, 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 decision. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And right now you're at a stalemate. Your emotions, your programming is blocking you. You are used to being taken advantage of. You are used to being distracted. And because you're used to it, you're attached to it. Remember the death card, first card? You got to kill that. You want your freedom? Take time to nap. Remove the distractions. That's what happens when you take a nap, right? You refresh, you get away from the world, you just kind of, that's what you have to do on a spiritual level, on a mental level, on an emotional level. But you still haven't made that decision. And in fact, you're working on it right now. Final card, in the middle, up top, vice versa card in reverse. It is, of course, the Hangman. But it is in reverse, meaning you're not doing it yet. But you are contemplating having to make a decision. And you're also looking at the idea that I have to look at my life in an entirely different way. What way that's going to be, I don't know yet. But I know that I have to do it. And setting the stage for that, the holidays may be a really good time. As you start a brand new year, you can start to initiate. But the key to this reading is remove the distractions that are keep you from living your best life, that are keeping you from manifesting, that are keeping you from being all that can be. This game that you and I have been playing called life is rigged, has been rigged, and will be rigged as long as we give it power. You have to walk away from it. You have to get yourself into a place where you can plug into the positivity and enthusiasm in your life again, that you are connected to your own life, not somebody else's version of it, your version. And to do that, you have to remove the distractions. Might be a good time to figure out what are the distractions. And that's the read for today. Well, I have another one tomorrow because I have a brand new read for you every single day. I hope you can join me, but if not, that's fine. It's the holidays and all that. Between now and the next time you and I have a chance to get together and manifest together, as always, peace and blessings.